The huddle ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Again, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Herbert back to the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. There he goes left side. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Chiefs 28, Chargers 25.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. So he... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
Taken from about the 12.
Take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again for the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
Down inside the 10.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Walker.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimate...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Chiefs nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Mahomes.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mahomes now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
19 Tiger.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 19 strikes. Buffalo 18.
On fourth down, Smith. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Today,
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
They start on the ground with Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A give to Elliott running left. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Good footwork at the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Prescott. This is caught by Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Prescott on 3rd and goal.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense on.
Marr now to kick this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
They find some open field here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Go check, go check.
Back to Walker on first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, check that, street.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Check, Bobcat.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Lightning, let's see. Dragon 60. Warrior 70.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 9.
59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
To throw is Prescott.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker to about the 40-yard line.
Come on.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready.
2nd down and 8.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Prescott now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith being and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and going to wind up being taken down for the next loss.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
62 yards on the ground for him so far. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Prescott on 4th down.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now back to the ground with Elliott.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You know, you play really good run defense when you're playing at 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL. And
he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
From the red zone now, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Throwing again is Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Myers' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, it's Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. Now it's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give to Walker on the read option. He stiff arms him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cut my team, cut my team.
Smith gets this to Fant, and they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Smith now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's back to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. Scoring his... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the... EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Dak going to start out going to the air.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Smith on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, quick. Drop 50, drop 50.
They snap it to Smith. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out of the gun, Smith.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Give to Walker on the read option. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Give to Walker on the read up.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Fourth down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Fields this way up at this.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Prescott on the move to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
And Walker once more.
And some room to work.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And some room to run now. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Come 19. Go, lead, go.
On 1st down, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on 1st down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a 1st down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Inside give to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Prescott. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
18, 5 years. Nothing, 19.
On fourth down, Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Prescott now. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Toss left to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Look at my team. 10-11.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. 2nd and 6. Smith now to throw. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now it's Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
the eagle, 6 the eagle. Pat the streak, pat the streak.
Now Smith. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Smith. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Looking to pass, first play is Prescott.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And it's caught.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Edmonds is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. Prescott to throw on 4th. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On play action, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Fights through him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
DJ Jones
busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now it's Wilson. Going up top.
Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
To throw is Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Play action now, Prescott. Rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. Pollard going to try the right side. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Prescott.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important... before things are said and done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott yet again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chance.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. Down to the 25. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Russ able to connect with Cortland Sutton there. And the Broncos have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be...
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the Broncos are going to... It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing is Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
On 2nd and 9.
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Hurts.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Second down and another run with Edmonds.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
28 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Again, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This will be caught. Judy. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They go play action with Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chase Edmonds, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you can definitely call him the question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Operating from the gun, Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chase Edmonds with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. On 2nd and a couple, Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
19. 4 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got a man. Complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Now Wilson.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Throwing now is Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Not only the touchdown, the potential game-winning touchdown, Charles, but now they left virtually no time left for the opposition.
And how great was that one for this team? Because everyone says that they live for pressure, they want the ball when the game's on the line, but not everyone comes through. This team did and earned the win.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This for all the marbles.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one into the hands of Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Give to Walker on the read option.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
70 Timberwolves.
Here's Smith. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
99 Broncos.
From the 27, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Gino on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
On the other side of midfield at the 45. A big-time gain there on the deep or using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Room here to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here's Walker.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Walker not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Gino. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon.
Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're select.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on second down. Smith. And Walker has it.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Geno down to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Here's Tariq Woolen bringing it out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, he picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the 3rd base coach's signal to stop at 3rd.
It's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, the field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, McKinnon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Offense also plays an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Joshua Williams
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's caught at the 1. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
60 Vikings, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Come back team, come back team.
From the 29, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Option play, they'll give to Walker. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
18 Cardinals. 19 tight.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Throwing is Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. Sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Smith now to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Drop 50, drop 50. 79 Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go, Lee, go.
From the gun, it's Walker.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
On the jump. 19 Lions.
Now Smith. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And this puts it on the carpet. It's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball